Hey guys, I know I'm a little bit late with Monday's video today. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock, but I was checking online this morning on Amazon and looking at some of the Cyber Monday deals, and I found some things that I thought would be really great to share with you guys. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you 4 or 5 of the best products I think that are on Amazon right now on Cyber Monday. I'm Ken Steep, and welcome back to McCann Dogs. Let's not waste any time here today. I want to show you, I think I've got 5 products that I thought were like a really great deal on Amazon for Cyber Monday, and I wanted to share them with you, stuff that I think you guys could use, and stuff that you might not even know about, but it's really nice to have. So the first thing, and I'll just switch to the my computer screen here. The first thing I wanted to show you was this Ethical Pet Sica Treat Flip and Flap Dog Puzzle. Now, other than having a really complicated name, this is something that we will use with the dogs. You know, if it's really crummy outside and we want to do something inside, spend some quality time inside with our dogs, we'll make our own puzzles for one. But we might use something like this Pet Sica Treat Flip and Flap Puzzle. It's really fun for the dogs. It's very different. You put a treat in it, you teach them how to engage with that toy or that puzzle, and I think at $16, it's a pretty safe bet. Now, if you're looking at this, I think I'm looking at Amazon.ca, but if you're looking at this at Amazon.com, it will probably be even less expensive. But for $16, I thought, or $17, I thought it was a pretty good deal for a fun puzzle that you could use with your dog, on a once in a while sort of basis. The next thing I wanted to talk about is this Furbo dog camera. Now, I don't love the idea of always engaging with your dog through your phone or whatever, but I think there's a lot of great uses for this. If you have an area where your dog normally hangs out or normally spends the day while you're away, this would be great to put there to sort of check in on them. I've noticed something pretty cool about this is that it recognizes if your dog starts to bark, and it will notify you. It'll push notify you on your phone if there's a barking at your house. And I'm really into technology, so the idea that this camera in wherever you put it can notify you that your dog's barking is pretty cool to me. Again, I don't know how I feel about the fact that you'd engage with your dog and then it would spit a treat out at them. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. With that said, though, as I was searching around Amazon this morning, I noticed that this is $100 off. It's 33% off. So Canadian, it's $199. Which, if this is something that you've maybe looked into already, or you want a Furbo, or you've been waiting for one to go on sale, now's the time to buy it. This is this is a pretty great deal, I think, for something like that. But again, great way to just sort of check in on your pets if you work during the day and you want to see what they're up to. Now, the next thing that I found that I really like is this Outward Hound Kaijin 51002, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a fun feeder slow feed bowl. So this is something that we used with Deegan. We used a slow feed bowl with Deegan, our black lab, because she would really gobble down her food, and sometimes she'd eat it so quickly that she would get sick. So we found that using a slow feed bowl obviously moderated how quickly she could eat that food. And I know people talk about running into issues with bloat with their dog because they're eating too quickly, or maybe because they exercise too soon after the dog's eaten. But a slow feed bowl is a great way to slow them down. Now, the interesting part about us using the slow feed bowl with Deegan is that now we can use any kind of bowl, and she's just broken the habit of gobbling down that food so quickly that she's that it makes her sick. So when I saw this today, 40% off, again, it's $16.70 Canadian with Amazon Prime, I guess. But I thought it was a great deal, and I think we probably got ours for like $30. So this is a pretty cocool deal. If you have a dog that eats their food too quickly, this would be a great opportunity for you to try something like a slow eat bowl with them. So here's something that a lot of you agility people might recognize, and it's a treat and train. And this is a great tool to use when you're sending your dog out away from you and you want to reward them remotely, or reward them remotely on some cue. So oftentimes if we're sending a dog away down a long series of jumps, or I mean, the possibilities are endless. I saw this and I thought I should definitely mention this for you guys that are agility handlers and agility trainers, and people that would want, or would need something like this treat and train, where you can click the button. It's essentially like holding a clicker in your hand, and the treat and train machine will make a noise, and then it will dispense one piece of food, or I think you might be able to set it up for a couple, whether it spits out 1 or 2 treats for your dog. But it's a really cool way to reward your dog remotely, and it's a pretty great deal, 22% off. So if this is something you're thinking about, geez, it'd be nice to have one, maybe now's the time to get it, and that's why I thought I'd share it with you today. And here's something that a lot of our instructors use at the hall. Kale and I don't use it, but a lot of our instructors swear by the Dremel nail grooming kit. And they like the idea. Now, there's a couple things you need to be aware of. You'll need to get your dog used to the noise, because it makes like a whirring sound as you're using it. And get your dogs used to the sensation that it's going to be grinding a little bit of their nail off a bit at a time. Now, I know a lot of people with if maybe you've got a sensitive dog, that clipping of their toenail, maybe they've had one bad experience and now they really struggle with the sensation of having their nails clipped. Now, you can train through that, and that's what some people do, but other people would just prefer that the dog have a super positive experience with something like this Dremel nail grooming kit, and it actually just grinds the nail down a bit at a time. You're less likely to get bleeding too. I think that if somebody uses or doesn't like clipping their dog's nails, something like this could be a really great way to do that and spend that time with your dog, where you're making sure that their nails are safe. But this is 46% off, so you're saving $28 Canadian on this Dremel nail grooming kit. So I thought this was a pretty cool deal, and I wanted to share it with you guys just because I didn't want you to miss out on something like this. Next up is the Amazon Basics Elevated Cooling Bed. Now, our dogs love these things, and we don't have the Amazon Basics version specifically, but a very, very similar version. I mean, they look identical, but our dogs absolutely love hanging out in these things. When they're outside, we have a few of them sort of around our dog area. Sometimes we'll have one inside, and it's always a race after everybody goes out and does their business, who gets onto the hammock first. But our dogs love these things, and they're 20% off for Cyber Monday today, so I wanted to pass that along to you guys. But I thought it was a great deal, and again, like I said, our guys love them, so I'm sure yours will too. It's a nice, cool place to hang out, and it's also it's like a suspension underneath them, so they can just relax, and our dogs will have a nap there for like 30 minutes sometimes. But it's a really nice option. But those are some of the things that really stuck out to me when I was going through the Amazon Cyber Monday deals. Now, if I'm going to put a link to everything, it'll be an affiliate link in the description down below. So if you guys want to check them out, the links will be there. But if there's anything that you guys found that was a really great deal, now time is obviously limited, but for any of our subscribers, any of our viewers, it'd be nice to share these great deals with them. So drop those in the comments below. And if this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you spend some quality time with your dog. Beside me is a video that YouTube thinks you'll want to watch next. On that note, I'm Ken. Happy training.